PUDA, you the GOAT, boy.
We got one fucking number guy. Anyway, most viable, episode 5. What fucking day is it? We are all lost in days.
Episode 5, baby.
Day 14. I don't know what fucking day we're on. Your host, DJ Mister Zee.
J. Crouch.
Dude.
We're City Kids.
I need that.
That's good.
Kuna, Lakai, okay.
I need that button that goes.
Dude, we need to hook up your DJ board and just put it in the middle right there. You
Bro,
can play random songs.
Let me tell you
Honestly, I was
something.
ready, huh?
And you might not like this, but you know those times that you told me to come over and like you're like, yo man, let's fucking record a DJ set.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, dude. But then really I was like, nah, because we don't have no room. But now we got room, bro. We got room.
But now I got time.
We got room.
We got space.
But now I got time,
We
cuz.
got room.
We got resources.
We can do it now.
Time,
We can do it no problem
We
right
can do
now.
anything, baby.
Yeah, because we got the room for
Anything is
activities.
possible.
You heard?
In the Odd Collective studio.
Episode 5. What fucking day is it? We are on day. What did I keep forgetting?
15.
14, 15.
16.
COVID-19 is down our fucking assholes.
Right now,
Quite literally down our assholes.
I'm just thinking about the SpongeBob episode where Squidward's like, future. Honestly, because I'm just waiting on that day where it comes where I'm like, over this shit. You don't remember when it's all
actually
chrome?
a really
It's all chrome?
uncomfortable episode.
I do remember that.
No,
It was like,
actually-
it's all chrome. It's like, future.
Do you guys have random
That's
episodes
funny.
that would come on and you'd be like, I hate this episode, but you have to like just sit through it because it was a because of, you know.
Now.
Yeah, was that one of yours?
Program?
So now. You talking about SpongeBob?
Yeah, I mean, I had SpongeBob episodes that were like not my favorite every time it come on. Like,
Yeah,
now
no,
I'm just like,
absolutely.
bro, what's
So
this
I
one?
think at the time, at the peak time of when I was watching SpongeBob as a kid, yeah. But now I've missed SpongeBob so much where now I'm like, I fuck with every episode now. You know what I'm saying?
I hate when you talk to somebody and they're like, SpongeBob, I don't watch SpongeBob. I'm a grown ass adult. And you're just like, bitch, I know
Yo,
you
pussy.
fucking watch SpongeBob.
Any one of y'all motherfuckers
Yeah, I
that
know
say
you
that,
liked
you better
it.
not ever say that to me. You
So
a
don't
fucking
sit here and
damn
There's
fucking
so
cap on
much
shit right
adult
now.
humor in SpongeBob. Honestly,
There is,
even
for
going
real.
back, like I was watching it, like we've been watching it honestly, like recently, like just here on and on, just cause.
Man, we been
I
on
got,
Disney
the little
Plus
bit
like a
we got, whatever.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but SpongeBob's been on there, and there's a lot of adult humor in there that's still entertaining.
Bullshit. Look, y'all motherfuckers used to watch SpongeBob. Y'all watching now.
Don't lie.
I watch. You know what I watch in the mornings? X-Men. The OG and the
That's the
anime.
shit,
What'd you
bro.
say?
Miss me with that.
Man, you can miss me with this
X-Men?
pod.
You said miss you with X-Men?
You can miss me with this
Yeah.
pod, bro.
All of it.
What?
The cartoon.
Yo.
The
Oh
real life,
my
like,
God.
miss me with it.
Who?
Like the
what kind of
comic
kid
book,
doesn't like
all of it.
superheroes?
We about to fight.
I'm sure they'd be like superheroes.
Yeah, I like
but not
superheroes.
X-Men.
Actually,
Look,
X-Men.
man, you
Honestly.
you're talking down on
Like
X-Men.
Wolverine, I wasn't a big fan of.
Wolverine's alright.
He came off as a villain.
He's the poster child. He's the poster child. Yeah.
He comes off as a villain. When you're a kid, for sure. He was not. I mean,
Say it. Say it. Put the headphones back on. Tell me how you feel.
no, I was a Batman. I was a Batman kid.
Bro.
Batman, you like the weakest superhero of all time?
Bro, okay,
is he
stop.
weak?
Don't you
That's
ever.
another topic. That's for another
Oh,
episode.
God.
Disrespectful.
All right, we need to get into a superheroes.
I feel like we have what
one
we
day.
need. We're just talking right now.
First of all, don't you ever disrespect Hugh Jackman like that.
Hey, man.
Second of all,
Batman can get whooped by Superman.
and Wolverine.
Did you watch the
bitch.
movie?
The fuck you mean? Wolverine will fuck
Batman could have killed
up.
Superman.
Batman can get whooped by
I don't give a
Goku.
fuck about Batman. Don't you disrespect
My grandma
Wolverine,
could
bro?
kill- My grandma could kill Superman if she had kryptonite.
Wolverine. Yeah, that's fucked up. Superman.
Anyway,
Whoever
all
wrote
those adults
Superman's
out there
story fucked up
that
on
want to
that.
try to cap and talk about your challenge from 19 I don't care.
We don't care.
Bitch,
No.
you watch
Shut
Netflix
up.
reality shows. I'm tired of all
I'm
of
not
them.
gonna get into this. Okay,
All right,
that's
let's
for
move
another
past
topic.
this.
I
I do
do
want
say
to.
that because I will go hard on you.
Honestly, I'm down to have a
But
superhero debate. That'd be
We
dope.
should.
I'm
that
That should be-
is-
let's
that
put
is
that on
for a
the next
different time.
episode
and
6,
different
baby.
Episode
Coming at
6.
y'all. I want to
Yeah.
hear some superhero comments.
Oopus.
Yeah.
If you, I want to hear favorite superhero. Top 5 superheroes. Fuck Marvel, DC. We can talk about it all. I'm down. We can do episode 6. Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah,
bro.
for
I'm
sure.
throwing Goku in there. I'm throwing fucking...
Okay. can
Rock
we-
Lee in
no,
there.
no, no.
Other
I'm
limits?
talking
Okay, no,
strictly-
stop.
I'm
No,
throwing One
fuck.
Punch
Just
Man
save
in there.
it. Save it. Shut up. Save it.
One Punch Man's fire.
One Punch
Save
Man?
it.
Yeah, what's up?
Stop. He's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, enough. I had enough. We came here for a reason. We're in quarantine.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
We are in quarantine, man. I have a question for y'all. How do y'all feel? What's the general vibe of the quarantine for y'all right now?
I feel like it was week 2. We just finished our second week. We have 4 more weeks, and it's gonna be a tough mental strain on a lot of people.
I think these are the 2 easiest weeks that we're gonna get. It's just gonna get
100%.
harder.
It's just gonna get
Yeah.
Honestly,
True.
this sounds really fucking greedy right now, but I'm okay, and I just got paid, so I'm
But yeah, you're
more or
gonna
less
find
worried
it.
about myself and my next step, not where everybody else is. That's
Yeah,
hella
let's talk
fucking
overall
selfish.
picture here.
But that's just where I'm at. I just got paid, but I'm also thinking about how I'm gonna pay my rent next month already.
I think that's what's on everybody's
That's
minds,
just
obviously,
where
is
I'm at
paying
right now.
bills and shit.
My heart goes out to everybody, obviously.
I want to
but-
know generally, because honestly, I feel like I'm blessed in the situation, and I want to know what the general population feels like right now, and how they're gonna feel like in 2 weeks, and how the government is gonna and the economy is gonna react, and how it's gonna affect things. I'm very interested because I don't know. I don't feel like I have a very good view of how hard this is hitting right now.
Yeah, I would say the same. I feel like everybody I talk to is in pretty much the same demographic, so I don't really know outside of my
that's a good
friend
point.
group what people are thinking.
Yeah,
about it,
exactly.
you know?
Same demographics for sure.
Yeah,
We're okay.
I was
We
talking
don't know
to.
about- We're in this county. We're in Travis County. We don't know who's doing all right in like another county.
San
for
Antonio,
that. Like,
yeah.
we don't even know other states. Like, so
Hey, when y'all see this uploaded, let us know in the comments. How y'all doing with this whole coronavirus situation? We want to know, for real. Let us know.
hanging in there,
Let
you're
us know.
suffering.
I
Yeah,
hope
dude.
y'all are hanging in there.
Yeah. Some quick facts, because I do like to keep everybody informed as much as I can. You're more than welcome to fact check me. I try to do my research as best as I can. But some facts real quick. Worldwide, I got a number of deaths from CDC this morning. It's over 34,000. Cases worldwide is 789,000 worldwide. In the U.S., we got 163,000 cases. Deaths, we got 2,800 deaths. And I specifically remember checking this number next week. And deaths alone were probably about half. There was definitely not a 2 before that column last week when I checked. So this is getting this is getting really worse. So it's stay the fuck home.
also the United States has surpassed every other country for
Yeah.
those cases. So stay home.
We're
people.
doing. I do think we're
We have
doing.
the most cases. Right
We're not.
now.
I feel like out of all the countries around the world, we're not handling the best. I think we're handling this. I would argue probably the worst way. Not the worst way, but not as good as others. At least
I don't know if it's that or if it's just that we test more people. That more people are so scared
That's a
that
good
they,
point as
since
well.
it started happening, that they went to the hospital to get tested, and now we have more cases. Honestly, if you look at the ratio of people that are on track to be recovered and healthy to the percent of people that are dying and the percent of the cases that we have in the United States, we're actually doing better than most countries. So
that
shout
ratio
out,
wise, yeah.
shout out our doctors and our
Healthcare
nurses and our
workers,
hospitals
yeah.
right now, because they're getting people back on the right track to being healthy and getting cured. Like, yes, we have the most
Absolutely.
cases, but we also are doing the best turnover for people being released back healthy as well with that percentage.
I feel like we definitely probably, even up to Congress to a certain extent, probably have the idea of, oh, we're America, we have X amount of money and X amount of resources and X amount of power. Like, we don't really have to worry about it as bad as other countries do. And I don't think that's the mindset anymore. But I feel like maybe longer than it should have been when this first started happening, that was the mindset. And, also obviously having to do with how it was coming out of China and where it first originated, kind of we took it as it came out as well. But,
We also said when this first started, I feel like our whole, not just us, but our whole country downplayed it, because we sent 18 tons of proper
Overseas.
protective equipment
When we needed 'em.
overseas to China, and then all this started happening drastically here in the United States, and now we're
Yeah.
short of this because we sent so many supplies to China. Not saying it was a bad thing to do at the time, but I also feel like we definitely downplayed it as a whole. Our whole country.
as a whole.
pandemic.
As a
Our
community,
government,
as a
everybody,
government,
us, everybody.
no, I definitely agree on
It
that.
didn't seem international, like it was going to cross the waters.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like we said this last episode, what really worries me is what's happened and what's gone on in the matter of 3 months. It's only March, dude. And like it's 2 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, we weren't even talking about this. And then for a month ago, it was getting really crazy. It just hit the States. 2 weeks later, we're on shutdown.
Bartenders were mad, like furious that the bars are being shut down.
And
now I know everyone's saying
not just the bartenders, the restaurant,
you're
the
right.
whole industry.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to be
This
out there.
affects
It's like
owners.
lines.
People are up in arms, but it's like, yo, you had to realize that was gonna happen when it's like this scale of a
Absolutely.
thing,
Oh
you know
yeah.
what I'm
I
saying?
hope there's not. No, I hope there's not restaurant people out here like,
Now.
why the fuck you close shit down? Like,
Well, yeah, exactly.
maybe
No,
you
totally
say
not.
you say prior when nobody was taking it serious.
Prior to this,
I
when
feel
no one
that,
was taking
I
it
feel
serious, the day they actually closed the bars, people were going to work mad that there was a chance that they wouldn't be able to.
Yeah. I can see them now being like, okay.
Bro, I was on the opposite side. I was like, man, close it down, bro. I'm ready.
I'm ready for
vacation.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck.
For real.
I feel like too. I think
I like a vacation, I'm not gonna lie, and that's why I'm also greedy and selfish because I'm
Yeah,
getting
I feel
paid
that.
right now. So that's why I said I'm greedy and selfish. But my heart goes out to everybody still.
So to stay on the pro side, there is definitely some pro sides. I think this is good for everybody, not just the environment and what I really wanted to bring up, but I think it's just for us as a people, like being able to just go home and spend some time at home with your family and kids.
Figure out who you are. Take this time
Dude,
to
this is-
find
this-
out what your
this is-
passion is, what you're trying to do with your life.
Absolutely
Don't
right,
just
bro.
work. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying? Like,
Find out what you're
that's
passionate.
it.
Find a hobby. Find something to do.
Facts.
But even like it's like the simple things. Like we've been cleaning the house for 2 weeks.
Bro,
I cleaned out the
Oh
fucking
my
garage, dude,
God.
and I felt amazing to do it. And it just like
we
little
got a
things
man
like
cave
that.
with Zach. Shout out Zach. We got a man cave in the house.
But like
now.
just
Bro,
spending
our house
time at
is
home.
live now.
Just spending time at home is that being able. Sometimes I feel like I get into my thoughts, but being able to think about just in a smaller scale about life and what's going on and what really matters, like friends and family, and just like talk about family, being able to go back home to spend time with your family. As much as all these parents, I'm sure, are tired of these goddamn kids, and you know what I'm saying. It's don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying. I think this is
Go
good for
outside and
all
play
of
catch
us.
with your boy real quick, you know.
Okay, well, hello.
Okay.
I guess we're not playing right now. Hello.
Huh?
Episode 5. What fucking day is it? Literally, we were just talking about what fucking day it is. What do we agree on something?
Tuesday,
It's Tuesday.
March 31st.
What day of quarantine are we on?
14.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
been exactly a week.
It's been exactly a week since St. Patty's. You're
St.
fucking right. Yeah, you're right. DJ Mister Zee, J Crouch, Richie the Kid, Kuna, Lakai.
Hey.
Yeah, we are fucking day 14 in this, and it's just getting crazier and crazier. I don't want to talk about this too long. We talked about it the last episode kind of really long, but what's new right now is I guess the stimulus checks is just what's really everybody's thinking right now. But real quick, I do want to spit some facts just because a lot of people aren't really informed, and I wanted to make sure people are informed about this. I did this today. This is off CDC. Deaths worldwide are up to 34,000 plus. 789, almost 790,000 cases worldwide. U.S. alone, 163 cases. 2,800 deaths in Texas alone. And I looked up some Texas stats. I'm sorry, did I say Texas on the last one?
Not in Texas, but in the
I'm sorry, U.S.
alone.
U.S.
It's
163.
2360 as far as
Yeah.
like the beginning of today in climate.
Texas is 3,200 in Texas alone cases. Deaths 41. So we're getting there. We're climbing. I feel like every time I check these numbers, they're getting bigger and bigger. We were just talking about how we've been really trying to practice this whole social distancing thing, and obviously we're trying to stay away from each other a little bit. But it's like we kind of spoke about this before. Is that like the groups of like 10? I think are like I feel like people are still like I was out walking my dog not too long ago. And we went to like Barton Creek, and there's like a fuckload of people out there. And I can't really talk because obviously I'm still fucking out there as well. But like, there's big groups of people. Is what really is what I'm noticing. And I'm like, I'm starting to think like the number count needs to kind of.
It's not just like,
drop.
hey, go outside and like walk your dog and like exercise. It's like, hey, let's all go to this one spot.
Let's
But like,
gang
even
up.
though you're not
Yeah.
meaning to invite anybody else there to that one spot, people are still gathering around those places. Even though,
A lot of people.
even
still.
though you don't know who those people are, but those common places are still like a place to go if you're trying to like walk your dog or go outside right now. So like, just stay away or like go somewhere else. Like, don't go to the places that you know where everybody else goes right now. Like,
I just think
try to
we
limit
really need to
yourself.
keep the big groups to like a minimum. Really need to keep the big groups to a minimum. I think 4. What are we like 4 right now? 5 people. Yeah, I think 5 people is enough. I think people need to on it, but it's really, it's like I said, it's getting worse. It's definitely not getting better, anytime soon. But I just saw that Trump extended the staying home, federal regulations or whatever until like the end of the month now. I think before it was like the early April. Now it's all the way to like the 30th, I believe. The stimulus checks. I read about the stimulus checks. If you don't know about the stimulus checks, I will spit some facts with you to that as well. Pretty much the government is sending you a check for most people that we know. It's $1,200. So if you make $75K a year, you get up to $1,200. Couples earning under $150K, 24 head of household, whatever the fuck that means, $112,500. And then if you get $500 per child that you come for. So I did read that it goes off your taxes. So if there's one thing that you want to make sure you have is your fucking taxes, make sure you file your taxes. I read that if you aren't up to your 2019 taxes, that they'll do your 2018, except if you made an exponential. I can't even talk. Unless you've made a lot more since exponential. Oh my gosh, that's what before I did this. Money than 2018 and last year. They're gonna go on your 2018 ones, but
they also extended taxes for 2020 out till July for people who haven't done them yet.
I didn't know that. The last one that's like the second time they've done that. Then extended
maybe,
or has it always been July?
No, it was supposed to be in April.
Or
now it's July.
Okay, so I feel like is the regular tax date in April? I thought it was in March.
I think it's usually in April.
Not to add on that, but also with that being said, with the stimulus checks, if you make over 75K or 95K a year, then if you make over 75, then it will be significantly cut down. So you're not going to get $1,200.
12 is max. Yeah. 1,200 is max.
Salary and what you make. If you make over $95,000 a year, you will not receive anything from the government. So that's also another
tip.
Well,
also,
I think my thoughts on it are like if you're making that much money and you're laid off from your job that was coming up with those type of numbers of income, $1,200 is not making that much of an impact on what you're already.
No, I feel like a lot of people will argue.
Like that.
I feel like most people that make that much money
everyone can use them.
Have
100%.
an essential job as well. Most people that make that much money a year have an essential job that they still have to work from home or report to about some kind of reason. Because come on, you're not gonna be sitting there making $95K a year.
Well, my friend's a car salesman who makes $100,000 a year. He has to be working to make money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's true.
I did not know that. So
it is. That is one. Also, I read if you owe child support, you ain't get no fucking money either. So fucking pay your child support, you piece of shit. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. That the stimulus checks, it's a thing. Like we talked about last episode. I knew that this was happening. I know you were kind of surprised, but I think at the end of the day, like I said last episode, like I failed to see that our government, our country was going to let us down like that. So it's a good thing. I mean, $1,200. Think about $1,200 for not doing shit. Now it's $1,200. Yeah, it's definitely it's a win for the people. I think that's what I take as much from it. But
still, definitely makes me question like how long is this gonna last if like we're getting that much money.
I did read that they're already looking for another check at the end of the month. That they're looking into that.
Other countries have made plans for 2 months long, so to assume that Americans can live off $1,200 is actually
in 1 month. Yeah, I definitely think this is we're gonna get tacked on like another month of shut down. Not as much as it is now, but
it's also interesting too because I talked to some people in my job recently, and they were telling me that we are gunning to get back like open by like May 1st, I believe. That's what they said. The city of Austin. That's what they're. I
think that's what their original date. That's what their original projection.
I had a conversation today though, so that was really interesting to me too.
I wonder if
that
that's
works.
so true. Everything's changing, so I mean, every day
Yeah.
is something new. So
Yeah.
I would hope so. I think in most of our cases,
I'm also thinking that if they know that we're not gonna be able to leave our houses till June, they would not be able to tell us that.
yeah, no, absolutely.
People
not.
would
No,
freak
no.
out. So I think if like you have to extend it to May, then May to like mid-May, then from mid-May to June, if that's how far it goes out,
Yeah.
we still have no idea where this is headed.
Dude, everything. I feel like every other day. I feel like lately, the last couple days, it hasn't been as much change. But I mean, for those last maybe 2 weeks ago when this all started, every day was something fucking new. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Definitely, just keeping updated with it. I will help with. So I know a lot of us are in the service industry. A lot of people work at restaurants and bars and stuff. If you haven't done unemployment, I highly recommend it. I have done it super easy. The only thing I would say is one, like I said, I would recommend it too. It's just really keep up with it. You gotta check just your emails and stuff. I mean, you have to realize there's over hundreds of millions of people that filed for unemployment. So keep in mind, this is them paying you. So if you don't keep up with it and you're not giving the right records and keeping up, blah blah blah, then they're gonna pass you right by and you get your money a lot quicker when you keep up. But you do have to keep up with it. You have to make it an account. You have to do show that you're applying for jobs and making the effort, and you have to apply to get a certain amount of money, and that also goes about what you did last year. But yeah, they're offering me a pretty good amount a week. But like I said, I have to keep up with it. But I mean, it's not as much as I would like, obviously. But I mean, it's still that money for me not doing shit when you really look at it. So that's a good thing. I would definitely recommend it. I know a lot of people out of work right now, but yeah.
I've had problems every time I've gone to the site or tried to call.
So the 29th, I believe, Sunday was the day that was like an enrollment day, I guess. Not an enrollment, but nobody could make a request because you have to make a request every week for a certain amount of payment. If you get them weekly or monthly or however you do. I don't know the specifics, but 29th was the first day that everybody could request some type of money, some assistance. So it was a lot of traffic these last 2 days.
Okay.
And I've gotten a lot of people tell me the same thing, yo, I've been trying to find out. I actually just tried to check last night, and the same thing with me.
The best advice that I could give you for that is to apply at 2 a.m., 3 a.m.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
When
Less
nobody is
traffic.
going to be on the website. Everybody's on during the day.
That's
Everybody's
very
trying
true. That's a good
to
point.
apply for unemployment right now. So go on late at night when nobody's going to be on and apply because the site is more likely to work in your favor versus just shutting down on you.
Yeah, like I said, keep up with it. Like I said, it doesn't hurt. It only takes very few minutes. So keep up with that. But yeah, I want to talk about some pros. I was reading. I did some search. We talked about it earlier about the pollution and the air quality and the ozone and how everything has been affecting Earth, which is probably the only positive news that I've seen probably these last couple months. But
Rivers, canals being brought back with fresh water.
pollution is
fish
cleared the fuck
and
up. Ozone is crazy.
reefs growing back. It's crazy how we all take a break for something like this and the whole world has to get put on hold. But
It sucks.
our entire planet starts
Has a time to recover.
recovering.
It's really sad to see it happen.
Have you heard
now.
the theory that the virus is really Earth's antibodies killing us, which are actually the cancer?
No, I've not heard that.
Crazy.
I feel
Again, we
like
are
dude.
conspiracy.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
wild, though.
Conspiracy theorists.
Man, it's wild. I can't wait.
But
There's gonna be. I
that's
feel like there's
right,
gonna be a
that's
point where there's gonna be some crazy fucking conspiracy coming out. I can't wait, dude. Literally, I'm just waiting like this. Over here, I'm ready. But yeah, that's super cool. I like the fact that our Earth's doing better. Shout out to our Earth. Glad you're doing well, buddy.
Shout out to our
Yeah.
Earth.
But all right, that's all I want to talk about. I wanted to get into some new music real quick. I want to talk about music, man, and I really want to speak music ownership. So first of all, I want to talk about our playlist. Jared, my friend here, and he has one up already. I have playlists on Spotify that I update all the fucking time. I have a hip hop honor roll that I put up a bunch of hip hop, a super dope R&B playlist. That I update all the time on Spotify, but I am going to be doing a weekly one on Apple Music.
It is
that
on
we will
Apple.
promote.
That is the only thing. I'm gonna update it every single week. Already have a playlist going right now. You can follow me. It's open to the public. Jared Crouch. It's called TheeMVPodcast playlist
It's
2.
just like in our logo.
So the most valuable podcast obviously is the full name, but it's TheeMV podcast playlist too. You can go and find that on Apple Music right now. I got a lot of new music on there that's coming out every week. I got local artists on there as well. So
that's what we got him for. Jared's really good at the underground local shit.
He
can get you all about that.
Stuff,
so definitely follow
local
that.
artists. Listen to this playlist right here. It's a total mashup.
Yeah.
It's the vibes.
I have one too. Like I said, I'm not super big into underground as he is in local. But I do keep up with new music. And like I said,
it's a majority mainstream, and mainstream artists that are coming out with some locals. So,
anyways, yeah, I want to talk about a playlist. I like I said, I keep one on Spotify all the time, but I will hop over to Apple Music. So stay tuned for that. I want to talk some new music. I want to talk about real quick about The Weeknd. Have you been hearing any of The Weeknd songs that he's been dropping? Up to his album, he's been dropping songs like what every fucking other week. I don't even know how long it's been going down, but he's been dropping a couple good songs that are leading up to an album. They're super dope. I love those. How do you feel about Lil Uzi's?
I think he put in work.
I fuck with the
Deluxe.
I think
he put in work, honestly.
I fuck with the Deluxe better.
And
what was that one called? Love is Rage 2? Is that Love It? Not Love is Rage.
Eternal Take. And then the Deluxe album was Love vs. Rage 2, which he dropped 14 songs on top of the original 18 songs on Eternal Take. So basically he almost dropped like 2 whole tapes in one album. And he stayed on top of the list for 2 weeks in a row for #1 album.
Yeah, he did.
For both. And nobody's done that in a long ass time. I can't literally tell you like the exact facts, but I'm pretty sure he's one of the first artists to do that in a while. And he also sold like 26,000 copies like first week being out.
What do you feel about Uzi? You fuck with Uzi?
Honestly, on his new album, I did one of those things where I listened to it real quick, play a couple songs. I wasn't really feeling it. I haven't really revisited it until then. Yeah, I probably need to.
It's definitely one I will say that you have to listen to over again and like to appreciate, because he has a lot of samples that you don't realize until like later on that you're like, oh, like you better move. Like the whole sample of that whole song
track
was the old pinball game off of
PC.
Like PC.
Yeah. What was it called? What was it called? Space or like it was a one-off PC, the one that fucking everybody used to play.
Yeah, you loaded it up and it was like
the space dude, it was like something. Yeah,
dude, the theme music to that shit was
legendary.
The better.
That's like a sample on the
But
song.
yeah, you hear the sample on it, but no, so that's one of that's one of my favorites.
Samples and a lot of production and a lot of things that go into the album that you just have to listen to after you listen to it.
Jared, can I ask you to do something real quick?
What?
Can you put that back on the wall?
How do you feel about Uzi? You fuck with Uzi?
I honestly don't know if I'm a hip hop fan anymore. I don't know. It's starting to feel weird, honestly, because like I grew up on hip hop. I have all my favorite rappers, all my favorite stuff, and then like now I just can't. When I turn it on, like my love for it isn't there like it used to be. Like I don't get excited about hearing new artists like I used to. Like
I feel that.
It's weird, you know.
I feel that.
So I don't know. I've been exploring a lot of different genres right now. Listening to like a lot of John Coltrane and like old school jazz and like random stuff.
I've been on the Motown vibe for a hot minute.
See, that's cool too.
I fuck with Motown heavy. Speaking of that, I'm doing a Motown. I said this. I was gonna do this last Sunday, but I fucked with it. I think I'm gonna do a Motown like a brunch set on Sunday. So like Sunday around like brunchy time.
Brunchy time.
You know, brunchy time between like 12 to like 3, 11 to like 3. Because a lot of niggas don't be out past like 3. But yeah, anyway, I feel you on that.
My thing is like I'm tired of all this like repetitive pop, hip hop.
Yeah.
I want some like actual like real lyricism.
Nitty-gritty.
I want songs. Give me a song. Like Miss Jackson was a song. It was about something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's like, you know what I mean? I feel like everyone's coming up with people are coming up with hooks and verses. Like I want a song.
First of all, Andre is my #1, so I'm not even gonna get into that. But yes, real music, like real music, not just repetitive like Gucci Gang, like
they're making tracks. They're pumping out tracks.
Like easy
pumping out
hooks,
tracks.
Just
you know what I said that
talking about
women,
women, money, cars. Like I'm tired of hearing that. Like I want some real.
You know what I said about that the other day was I think Meg is doing that right now. A lot of music, like especially this song that she's got on TikTok and that song that she's got that video in the studio. I forgot what it's called. That BITCH song I fucking can't stand. But I feel like right now she's riding a fat wave, which I don't blame her. I don't blame her, but I feel like right now she's just putting out music just to put out bullshit ass shit with Tyga. Like, no, Tyga, sit down. Like, no, we don't need to do that. Tyga needs like 2 features a year, and then we could tell
Tyga has his Four in the House remix going right now.
I don't need it, bro. I'm telling you, I don't need it. But like, speaking of that, like just pumping out music,
Tyga
I don't
made
fuck
his
with.
comeback off that ass shaking club music. That's all I'm saying. He made
his career off that in the
comeback
first
off that
place.
You said what?
ass-shaking.
He made his career off that in the first place.
Bro.
He just got back to his roots.
He has that distinct
That era,
production too.
Rack City.
Rack City, that was a mean era.
Straight
I need
fucking-
another. You know what? I need
You
another.
can't hate that. That's always been around.
I need another year like 2016. I need
I think it's
another.
coming. I think 2020 has potential to have some of the best music we've ever heard.
I would hope so.
With this,
When
with
people
this
see-
quarantine,
all
we
these better have
in there
music.
still,
Bro.
bro. we're
I
gonna have
need
some-
music.
like October.
Fam, I need it by fall.
Exactly.
if we got a whole month right now to be locked up in our houses,
Even the
there better be some artists that are coming out with some heat because
even the rich are staying home.
yeah, you got enough to do around your house.
You ain't going. You ain't doing nothing.
But what else are you doing?
Bro, I agree.
You're
There
an
better be
artist.
some
If I
fire
had
ass
a
music by
studio in
then.
my home like that, like,
I'd be pumping
living
shit.
in and out of there for the next month.
I'd be
I'd
making
content.
projects on the
I'd be
fly.
content.
Yeah, there better be some fire ass music.
True.
You know what I really want to talk about? I really love. You heard Jen's album?
The Janae Ego's
You
album?
heard Jen's album? Yeah. We all heard it. Fire. What? Yeah, fire. Sorry.
She's pretty consistent.
Bro,
She's always been-
Oh yeah, I agree. No, I absolutely agree with that. You saw she sold out her tour the day of or the day after? Bro, she sold her tour out in a matter of hours, and maybe the day after she dropped her album. Sold out the whole
That's
tour.
crazy. That's gold.
The whole US tour.
That is gold.
Insane.
Dude.
Bad Bunny's album is super dope. I fucked with his. Have you heard G Herbos? I just listened to that too.
Or
No, G Herbo.
PTSD?
Yes,
Yeah.
PTSD. Yes.
PTSD, yeah.
Lil Baby. I fuck with Lil Babies. Kind of.
Lil Baby, you gotta go through and like re-listen to it again because
He's kind of on
it's
that
a
Lil
little bit
Baby.
of a
On that.
grower.
On
It's a
that.
little bit of a grower as well.
Yeah, he's on that baby.
It sounds a lot alike, but if you listen to it a couple times, you can differentiate.
All right, let's talk about Party Next Door's album. I feel like that's a highly anticipated, long-awaited album.
So like 3.5 years in the
Yeah.
making.
I personally am disappointed. I wanted more, and I also am super pissed off that Rhianna is on that album.
Disappointed.
Yeah, I'm mad about it.
Why are you disappointed?
I'm disappointed not on Rhianna. I'm disappointed on the album. I wanted more. I wanted better, and overall,
more.
just like we talked about earlier, like I wanted better. I wanted better Party Next Door.
I agree.
I wanted
I'll
better.
acknowledge that, like,
And I expected better.
I'll acknowledge that he's not the same Party Next Door that he was 3.5 years ago or when he first came out because he was
I won't say
a
that
lot
it's,
younger. But that's also progression, and he's been underneath
You're right.
OVO and Drake, and he has those producers that are gonna make him sound like
I just
okay.
don't.
So look at Migos as well. Migos before QC
Yeah,
culture.
but see,
Oh,
Migos
a
have
completely
progression.
different. Okay,
I don't think.
completely
I
different
think
sound.
I would say Party Next
Okay,
Door
you're
was
right.
beat.
There's no progression. Party Next Door obviously is the Party Next Door that all of us knew, and then he dropped this shit, and we're like, damn.
it's
What
a
was
sound I don't
not-
vibe with yet.
What
It's
was
not
his
the
last-
sound Party Next Door.
What was his
But
last album? P3?
I think, yeah, P3.
Was it?
You're saying
I
listen
feel like
to it
there's-
more?
I feel like there was one.
I think for the future, with R&B, that the way it's gonna go, and I hate to say it the way that it is going, I think that it's gonna be like kind of like an R&B trend.
That song was so, I felt the project was just slow. So I guess it's how it felt.
I gotta listen to it again for sure.
I
I
mean,
will.
it's Party. He's always up in his feels about everything.
True, but I mean, maybe to your point that he's doing a new sound, but his like the way he delivered it in the old project.
Is it a sound or is it just the technology and the production now?
I think now he's writing his sound.
I think it's a different. He's doing different beat styles and all that type of stuff. Is what I'm saying.
I need to
You
listen
know what I
to it
mean?
again.
I think his old like beats maybe is what I'm saying, or like they ride more, even though he's singing slow. Like it's still like a wave I can vibe.
Yeah, no, he's just like whose voice were we talking about earlier? Fucking
Preston Tiller.
yeah, like that voice is a vibe. Absolutely, no, I absolutely agree with that. It's just like we were talking about earlier. Someone like Drake, when you hear Drake on a track, it catches your ear. You hear Party Next Door, your ear perks up. You know a person is, or you're interested in listening to hear. So
I
yeah,
would say
no,
I'm
I
not
feel you on
gonna
that.
defend the whole album because I cannot listen to it front to back.
So,
There are a
yeah, I
couple
could
songs
get
on
it.
there, but
I wanna
I just
listen
wanted
to
to
it
pick
again.
some, you know.
I'm really
Pick
mad
up
about
for it.
I'm really mad. I just like we talked. I keep saying this. Of all people, why did Party Next Door get the Rihanna feature? Why? Why him?
They have a strong relationship.
But why? We've been waiting so
Yeah,
long
how
for
they've
some
been writing-
Rihanna,
I mean,
anything Rihanna.
yeah.
Yes, I know she's been doing her. Don't get me wrong, I know what she's been doing. But of all people, of all times, of all tracks, why that track on that album
think it just
was
comes
that
down-
fucking?
They're
She's
homies.
only on the hook.
I think
I'm
it's
so
literally-
mad about it, bro.
Yeah,
I'm so
literally
fucking mad
just
about
the
it.
hook.
I bet she was just at the studio one day and she was like, I'm in town, and he was like, come through, and then they made it, and then now she has a song out. Like,
But see, okay, so here's the
was like,
thing.
hey, sing over the hook. She was just like,
But here's the thing, you don't think
Yeah.
imagine how many people have Rihanna hooks right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. She went because they're just homies.
Yeah, but you know he had to get some clearance from her to drop that. So of all people, there's got to be hella people out there that's got Rihanna.
if Rihanna says,
Drop the
yeah,
track.
Bro,
They're like,
okay,
all right,
that's
drop
just
the
all
track.
go.
Khaled's probably sitting on hella Rihanna right now, just off the top.
Okay.
If of all people, Khaled can make that call, and Rihanna would be like, okay, Khaled, because Khaled's Khaled, but why Party Next Door? I don't understand that. I just don't understand why that
Because
track
party is party, bro.
pisses me off, dude.
It's party.
It pisses me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest.
It's a good song. Don't get me wrong. I see here I'm talking about shit. It's actually a good song. Don't get me wrong. Don't hold on now. It could be better.
No.
See here, look, I'll go right back. If you're gonna give me Rihanna after all this shit on this motherfucking album, and you gave me that song, it could have been better.
But that's to my point where I feel like
better.
it wasn't like overly thought out. I feel like they just like made a track. You
And
know?
I'm mad about
I
it.
feel like
Honestly,
it was
I'm mad about it,
Party's
bro.
song and she just sang over the hook, bro.
Yeah.
Like Rihanna, like chill.
I'm mad about it, bro.
Rihanna hasn't actually even made any real music.
I
She
thought I
said,
heard a
man,
rumor that
I
she
feel
said
like
she was gonna
he,
stop
like-
making music. Is that true?
I heard that same
I mean, that's
rumor.
what she
See,
said.
okay,
But
so
she
okay,
still
keep it. Okay,
sings.
okay, stop.
Okay, it's the same thing Nicki said. If you want
No,
to back in all
stop it right
that
now.
bullshit.
Stop it right now. If
Jay-Z said the same
If Rihanna comes out and says, "Hey, I'm not doing music anymore,"
Okay.
guess what? You want that motherfucking track to be her last fucking thing you hear? That's what you want to fucking hear last from Rihanna. A fucking half 5-star, not even 5-star. If I'm doing like 5 out of 10, 6 maybe 6 out of 10.
I mean,
This
that-
Party Next Door fucking track. Get the fuck out of
This
here,
man is passionate right
bro.
now.
That's a valid point though.
I'm okay.
I feel what you're saying.
Come on.
I feel what you're saying.
If she were to really say and pulled a Nicki and been like, "Yo, I'm done," but actually like went through it, people would agree with me right fucking now. People would be like, "Damn, that nigga was spitting facts."
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not mad that they made this song.
I mean, look, I like it.
Hey,
I played it the other day when I was DJing.
That's it.
That's a
All
good
she did
song.
was sing like 2 lines and she killed it. That's it.
She did kill that shit. She did kill that shit. That's what I'm mad about. Oh, okay, I'm done. I'm
Next.
done talking about it. He doesn't like my topic, but why?
You feel stupid to say it.
I do, but bro, why is every time you grab a USB, every time you put it in, it's the wrong way? Why is that? Answer me that.
Is it deep
Answer me that riddle
Deep Thought Tuesday.
right now.
Mike, do you
Answer me
know what's
that.
going on right now?
I don't know why, sir, but I do wish I know the answer because
Okay, what?
honestly, I had to deal with this problem today, setting up all this shit that you can see behind me, and every single time I had to fucking crawl in and bend my arm backwards to put a USB in. It was the wrong fucking way, dude.
Why can't we figure it out? If anything, like my friend Jared here said, why aren't they universal? Why aren't they like Apple
Hey,
Why is
chargers?
there not a universal USB?
Why are they not like
Plug that
Apple
thing
fucking
in.
chargers?
USB-C coming up.
Fam.
Android, iPhone finna blend together and have the same charger. Oh, heard it here first. Oh shit, what's going on? Everybody chill.
I don't believe that because I feel
USB-C
like
coming through.
every company has their own charger for a certain purpose, and the reason why they make it the way they make it is to make more money off people, just off a new product. Hey, we're gonna release a new iPhone fucking 15. Okay, well we've already went through 4
There's gonna
iPhone
be an
chargers.
iPhone.
Now there's a
Reason was
brand new
Apple changed
iPhone
the
charger,
charger
and you're gonna have a
2020
connect
though.
to it. So I feel like it's more for just like profit reasons. It's
Yeah.
not. They can do it universally and everybody can be happy,
I
but
hope
they
someone-
do it for profit reasons.
I
It's
hope
not
someone up top of the USB world I hope somebody up there has at least been like, yo, we could probably make this universal now. Like,
Yeah, I think it's coming. Bro.
There's a lot of things that I think about.
I would generally hope so.
Look, we're on
the same ports that are on the Apple laptops. The Thunderbolt ports are gonna be starting to get used for phones and shit.
Why can't it be universal? Why can't we
at this point, it's 2020 in our lifetime.
But watch this. You won't be able to use it to charge your iPhone.
Damn, dude.
The USB is gonna come out with their own phones.
Let's not talk about how
you
always
users
pay
are
for a
getting
phone
held
charger.
across the globe.
That's a big fact.
Let's not talk about it.
Look,
Let's
man.
not talk about how your screen is not covered under Apple Care, apparently.
I'm guessing you cracked your screen, nigga.
I got full coverage, baby.
I have good. I mean,
That's
it's
all.
taking care of me. I feel like
Full coverage.
Dude, I took an iPhone. One time I spilled beer on Aaron's iPhone, and hopefully you
they're
don't see this
fucking.
video.
They're waterproof now. No,
They
This
are
shit stopped
waterproof,
working, and I brought it to the store, and I told them nothing happened, and it just stopped working, and the water tag on the inside of it didn't go off, and so they gave us a fucking brand new screen fix.
I haven't had any
Well, you know
problems.
what?
They were
You
fixed
just
it for free. I was like,
incriminated
let's go.
yourself, brother.
Look, man, it is day, whatever fucking day it
Oh,
is.
bro, we're going.
I've been thinking about a lot. Look,
Nah,
man.
I'm content.
Look, man, I've been thinking about a lot of shit these last couple days. Just shit I don't even need to be thinking about. You want to know what I was thinking about earlier today?
I don't
What?
even want to know.
Why the fuck every time I take my dryers out of the socks? Look, I can't.
Bro, this man can't even talk.
Why every time I take my socks out of the dryer, why are they inside out? Why?
It's because you put them in there
That's what
inside
they
out.
say.
What you talking
That's a
about?
bullshit lie because I noticed it one fucking day and I made sure I fucking put all my goddamn socks outside in, and they still come out.
Okay, we'll
Did I
fold
just
them
say
the right
outside
way.
They still come out. I gotta look. There's gotta be a science to that. I can't be the only motherfucker that thinks that.
What was that?
Bro, man, I'm
you
just
got
saying.
a washer that is twisting and turning, doing everything.
Turning and twisting.
And turning and twisting. And you got a dryer that's tumbling and throwing your clothes over in a circle. You don't think that's just not gonna come undone some
Bro.
kind of way, gripping on some other clothes,
Okay,
friction, some
no.
kind of way?
No, think about undoing a sock. Turning it inside out. Think about the motion of pulling a sock inside out.
Dude, honestly,
You think someone's in a washer fucking pulling socks inside? No, it's just going like this.
But you can roll it in the other way too.
Socks
Like you don't have
roll,
to
bro.
pull. You can roll it.
I seen some crazy shit happen in the dryer.
Man, pigs, nigga. I don't believe that shit. I want to know what the fuck's going on in my dryer.
There's definitely been times where I've had clothes in the dryer and there's been two shoestrings in the dryer and I pull them out and it's just a fucking mess, bro.
I've definitely done that
nasty
shit.
as not.
I've definitely done that.
Don't
Look, man, this quarantine is getting to me, bro. Me and my roommates, we're getting on each other's nerves. We're doing stupid shit. We watched everything we can on Netflix and Disney Plus.
The fucking Tiger King.
Okay,
Who's
One
one
day.
okay, look. You need to
Zach
watch
loves
Tiger
it.
King.
I'm
You
not
need to
upset
watch
about
Tiger
it.
King.
You are.
Whatever they say about Tiger
I'm
King,
not.
it's good, bro. If you like documentaries, I love documentaries. It's a good fucking series. Go see Tiger King. It's fucking good. It's not as hillbilly. As long as you just everybody just needs to get over the face. Everybody just sees that motherfucker's face and it's like, this must be the most hillbilly trash shit ever. But if it's good, man. That's all I gotta say, bro. It's good. Go watch it, dude. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna end it on that. Y'all got anything else to say? Would anybody else like to chime in on anything else? We can say.
I'm glad that even though we're going through this quarantine, that we're able to keep this small little podcast going. This little group.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
We're gonna
man.
keep it.
I am thankful
We
to
will
hang out
fucking
with
be
y'all,
here.
honestly.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
everybody.
God
We
bless.
look good.
And
man.
also bless up to everybody going through a hard time out there as well.
For real,
Hey,
praying
let's-
for everybody out there, man.
For
For
real.
real,
Yeah.
Going through a hard
it's-
time.
praying.
You're my prayers, you're my thoughts.
I know a lot of people that are suffering right now. I myself, as we all are suffering right now, and I know it's a tough time, but this will pass. We'll get through it together. Just know somebody's, got your back. You got family.
If you need to call somebody,
Call somebody. Just my thing is
Mental
just
health,
don't.
call somebody.
We're all going through it. Don't think you're the only one going through it. Like I said, if you need to talk to somebody, man, fucking call somebody, dude. I thank God I got two great roommates that I live with. I got a puppy. I got a great girlfriend that kind of keep me busy. But there's a lot of people right now that are by themselves, I'm sure, and that, you know, have depression and hate being lonely, that I'm sure having it way worse than me. So like I said, man, you're not the only one, man. We'll get through this.
Check up on your friends, your fam.
Check up on your family, check up on your grandparents, check on your brothers, your sisters, just, you know, your friends. Talk to the friend you haven't talked to in years, you know.
Stay informed, stay precautious.
Stay informed, yeah. I'm talking to a whole bunch of people talking about bullshit. Stay the fuck home.
Get the fuck out of my house.
Don't.
We will get out of here.
Drink.
Yeah.
We were all doing that at first, but don't go out and party in drinking groups, please.
Yeah, you got to keep the body count to a minimum, man. It's getting bad out here. And I'm sure the next time we record this, I'll give you some more numbers and there'll be more. I promise you. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, dude. We'll save the other one. We'll save that next episode. We'll get into it.
Save the numbers.
Save the numbers. Yeah. Save the numbers. Episode 5. Thank you again. We'll be back. Shout out to all the love again. Thank you, DJ Mister Zee.
J_Kraus19, Axel James, baby. I'm going with it.
In the booth.
Kuna, Lakai. Okay.
TheeMVPodcast.
PUDA, you the GOAT, boy.